Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday morning and I have something in my eye. Go figure. We are here rocking and rolling this morning, your morning life coach, to help go over exercises, meanings, purposes through tons of information, condensing it all down for you for your benefit. Please view this morning show as an accountability opportunity for you yourself as a self-employed individual who is trying to push yourself and become the best version of yourself ever. Test the water, see what you can do, trying to get in those extra tasks, whether it's developing another marketing campaign that you said that you were going to do the last 3 weeks and you keep putting off, and having a reason to get started on that. Or maybe you're trying to build the most important relationship that you possibly could, and that is with yourself. This morning coaching really helps with, I believe the mornings are the best opportunities to reduce distractions, get them out of the way, really be able to hone in on what is most important to you and what you need to be doing. And we're here doing it. We're rocking it. And I know there's going to be days when you don't jump on, but then there's going to be a day where I'm on here. I'm yelling. We're going over after these specific exercises, and one of them is going to resonate with you. One of them is going to get you to get up 10 minutes earlier, and one of them is going to get that next task done, because when you are a better version of yourself, you can be the best version of yourself and go help other people, help strive and achieve that as well. Just looking at the progress, having something that you know that you're doing that is working with your values, working with what it is you're trying to do here, and accomplishing new goals and feats just feels good. Damn it. Just progress, new things. And it doesn't, not everything that we do needs to be a billionaire activity. However, we just need to understand what it is that we want at the end, the result. 2 coaching questions we will go over today, along with our reading material. And if I know I am working on the things that are going to get me closer to, and I value that progression, the skills, the people involved, if I value that and I'm working along that, then I'm going to feel really good. But if you know what you want, you know the results you want, and you're working against it, then you're going to feel like crap. Negative emotion will creep in, the inner self-saboteur. Oh, sleep in. Oh, sleep in. You deserve it. You're tired. Just 10 more minutes. Just 10 more minutes. I don't even need to put the alarm back on. I always get up. Just turn it off and throw it to the side. Boom, 2 hours goes by, and we're back at this self-reflection. Good morning, good morning. We're back at this reflection point to, oh, I messed up again. I'm not going to do that anymore. And then when the moment comes, so we need to try to setting these parameters. We need to learn as much as we can about ourselves, what we're doing, and fix it. Because you can either know what you want at the end. Like when I ask you the coaching question, what is it that you want? What is the result you're actually looking for? And if you know that answer and you're not working towards that answer, you feel like shit, like we were just going over, just talking about. So you know the answer, but you're not doing what you know you could be doing. So you feel like shit. Okay, that's a gap. What else, where most people are sitting, from my experience, I'm not going to sit here and say I know over 100 million people or any type of significant number. However, in my real personal situation, with complete honesty and with working with lots of other people, most of us actually don't know the answer to that question. What is the result that you're looking for today, this week, this month, this year. I don't focus too much on your goals. I think they're a little too far down the road with people changing what they like and their interests, yada, yada, anyway. But figuring out from that 3-month, week, daily perspective, like what is the result? What do you really want? And a lot of people don't know. And then the not knowing in a world today where there is literally unlimited options feels overwhelming. It's going to cause lots of anxiety, negative emotions. So if I know what I want and I don't do what I want, I feel like shit. If I don't know what I want in general, I'm overwhelmed and I'm not sure what to do, and I'm really anxious about trying to take my first step forward. Both not great situations. So what would be the answer? The answer would be sitting down, whether it's with your, oh, go figure, here comes the plug, T-Dog. Yeah, of course. Sit down with some type of coach, mentor, if not even a morning life coach, such as myself here over at talktotanner.com. No shame in plugging. Or mentor, or just some type of group, organization where it can be voiced. It can be, you need something that's going to help with your perspective on it. So and that leads us right into this long book. I had this on the stream. My mom actually gave it to me, and I'm sure she's watching, so shout out to her. This it's called Team of Rivals. I just finished it. It was the longest book I have ever read. It was winner of the Pulitzer Prize. It's very honorary prize for great pieces of literature. It was absolutely phenomenal. And today we're going to go over 3 top takeaways I got from that book. I'm just going to talk a little bit about history. And then also I've been asked, how many books do you read at a time? And is that worth your time? Let's just, hit the nail on the head with that right away. My opinion on reading more than one book at a time is a lot like, can you watch more than one TV show at a time? If you're okay with watching different things and moving along with it slowly, and you keep moving along with them, like you watch a couple episodes of this one show, and then you're also with, say, your girlfriend, you're watching another couple episodes of something else. If they're not too conflicting enough to where it affects your ability to watch the show, I would say you have the bandwidth to read multiple books. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to drive home here. Are you telling me about all the books that you're reading? Or are you talking to me about, oh, yeah, I just watched another TV show? Yeah, I just knocked out another one. If you're knocking out TV show after TV show, Wow, good morning, and I think we're back. My internet decided to black out, not work because it's kind of life. Monday morning, I man, I've been slipping up. I guess this morning I had left my windows in the office open yesterday, kind of let it cool off and this and that. Left them open overnight. I come down here this morning, a little after 4, and it is just absolutely freezing. And the last thing I possibly wanted to do was come on here, but I was like, all right, you just need a sweater. That's not going to deter you from coming on and doing a live morning show to represent that we can persevere, that we can do this together, that I'm living by example. I'm not going to let some small cold window keep me from doing what the hell it is I know and want and can be doing. Additionally, internet usage, trying to get, I mean, we already upgraded the internet, I guess. Sometimes there's just some things you can't control, and not beating myself up, or vice versa, you taking it for your own example, you guys not beating yourself up and then using that as a giant storm cloud to go rain on everyone else's parade as well. Just because, okay, yeah, that shit sucked. That didn't work. Now what? Well, the internet goes out. The screen's black. Lost everybody. Lost viewers and stuff like that. I can either keep it off, come back tomorrow, or get back on the saddle and kind of keep going over what it is we're trying to be going over. So if you're just tuning in, good morning, good morning. We were just talking a little bit about reading more than one book at a time, and kind of if it's doable, is it too much information? Well, if you can read more than one show at a time, you can probably read more than one book at a time. The next thing is, the greatest thing that you're going to get out of a book. This is under the first of tips from reading. Wisdom. Do that. Don't do that. Sounds so cheesy and basic. Yeah, just getting that initial wisdom of what to do and what not to do. Absolutely amazing. Because these books, they only can do so much for you. Like this one, this is about the thin green line that I talked about the other day, that I'm just about wrapping up. I should finish it today. But it was just talking about being wealthy versus being rich, and talked a lot about how certain classes of rich people go through the same spending habits, same problems as a lot of people who are a lot poorer. It's this overspending, not dividing your money into respective accounts, not being insured in proper ways, being over leveraged with a lot of debt, which is, very common to me. I'm big into real estate, and although I'd argue it's good debt, I still have debt within my properties and stuff. So learning more about that and kind of the rebalancing over time and how people handle that, and how there's this good old middle way Paulie Sullivan talks about, the thin green line between having and things that you do want to do. Like, it is okay to go out to eat every now and again. It is okay. However, it's not okay to not understand how much money you're spending on going out to eat and not understand where it's all going. Like, people literally just stuff all their money into one bank account and then they let it rip until it's gone, and then they go get more. So talks a lot about the psychology behind that mindset, what we can do personally. So that one was pretty good. And on to this this big stinking Abraham Lincoln book. We had talked about wisdom. The next piece that my favorite takeaway from reading history books, just reading more about people's experiences and what they're doing right and what they're not doing right, so we can learn that, is empathy. So, empathy is very powerful with especially how we have, okay, say we're looking at other people's in the past and we have a shitty situation happen, such as my internet goes out. I leave the windows open overnight. It gets cold as hell in here and I don't want to get on here, yada yada. Empathy allows us to kind of maybe look at the situation a little more, give ourselves a break, stop being so hard on ourselves. Or maybe we just need to realize that today's situation and all of its benefits, all of its luxuries, is just as good, if I'd argue better, than a lot of things from the past. Like there would be an example. So in this book, they talk about the Army of the Potomac in the Civil War. And they talk about how there's this main river and the Potomac, and kind of one of the Union's biggest armies being stationed around that. And they didn't have exactly bathrooms and latrines and stuff like that. They literally were using the river to go to the bathroom. And water's just flowing directly into the city of Washington, D.C. The President of the United States, the highest office position in our country, his sons were exposed to cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, all these things. I mean, both of it, by the end of it, both of his, well, Tad was still alive when he died, when he was assassinated. But however, Willie had passed away from typhoid fever. And so it just showed like the quality of life today, because I'm not going to dive into this opinion, and I think everyone has at this point, you have your choice whether to get vaccinated or not. But anyway, the fact that medical scientists can even come up with that and have that ready to roll out for people in today's day and age, and the problems and the reasons for why people are dying today is more along the lines of we can't stop stuffing our faces with a shitload of food and then we can't breathe. The problems will always be here. We'll always have problems, but how the problems change and how our opportunity to leverage that wisdom, have empathy for other people. Somebody's probably going through a rough day. So, quit kicking the shit out of not only yourself to the point where you have no confidence that you can't treat anyone nice, but it also just shows like, man, people got a lot of stuff going on, and maybe I can help in this way. Maybe it's just listening to someone today. Maybe you just give someone a little bit of your time and attention, and thinking, oh, I don't have any time. It's like, man, I could look at your screen time on your phone. You've already looked at your phone for 3-4 hours today. You have time to listen to somebody. It only takes a minute. And continuing to give and express empathy can be a great way, and also a great motivator. The fact that I look at all these historical figures and the ups and downs that they've gone through, I'd imagine this allows the stuff that seems bad to not be so bad, and the good stuff to be better. And this is really kind of at the end of the day what we're aiming for here, is to be better, to be able to have that empathy, express it and share it and give it. See if maybe that's the question of the day. We're asking ourselves, one person person we can give empathy to. So going over the first two, just overall wisdom, focus, and that's our last point. Wisdom, empathy, and the last one is simply focus. There's, with all the apps and other pieces of technology, in my coaching a lot, I talk about focus and our ability to focus. I haven't really found too many other things that have improved my straight line ability to sit down and focus on things like reading has done for me. Like that book took me a little over a month and a half to read. It's damn near 900 pages. And I was reading a few other things, but hot damn, no, it took a hot minute. But just being on one topic, sometimes you need to let the thought marinate a little bit. Sometimes we need to evolve and grow the connections off of the things that we're learning in a text. And when it comes to learning off your cell phone, YouTube University, TikTok, all these like quick run and gun type of pieces of information, there's not enough depth for it to resonate for you, with you, about you, what you need to do with it, making the connections on it. And no wonder why no one takes any freaking action on anything, because we just get overwhelmed by seeing this TikTok video, this one, or on Facebook, Instagram, and the pattern that they have on for endless scrolling, just keep going and going and going and going. And we're never getting into a deeper level of things. And without depth, there's no understanding, or limited, very shallow. So it's like, no wonder why people are shallow and they quit and they can't focus on shit, because all we have are these indulging apps, opportunities to divert our attention 24/7, several times a minute, to go from one thing to the next, to one thing to the next. And then we're not able to think deeply, to go into depth, to understand, how does this relate to me, my situation? How can I go above, beyond, and improve from it? Or even something like journaling, writing out. People won't do it because it takes more than a couple minutes. I can't do that. I can't think that hard. It's sitting down, going into depth. So sometime this week, whether you go into depth on your business, on your personal life, what is it you want? What is the result you want? If you need energy exercises to help sustain this focus, you can always go try out a few exercises over at talktotanner.com. Schedule a free session with me if you want to learn more. Or you just dive in, you find some type of book. This is Eckhart Tolle. I'm a big fan of, he's a spiritual teacher, and he's got his original book that I read, The Power of Now, was absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to read his other book, A New Earth. This was lended to me from one of my best friends, Alex. So shout out to that guy. Keep kicking ass, my dude. And yeah, awakening to your life's purpose. And let me ask myself, when you set, okay, so the next thing is, I should read this book. So I have, what is the result I want? I want 10 ideas, support items for my TV show. I want to be able to finish it so I can focus on it. And I want to be able to journal on a lot of the other concepts. That's the result. Why do I want to do that? Knowing your purpose behind what it is. So say if you have the end goal, writing out some benefits that you're going to get for finishing it. And then once you have your benefits out, the result that you want, you're writing in your why do this, giving the purpose, the rhyme and reason. And this is a book about purpose. So maybe it'll give me a few more questions to be a little more elaborate with you guys to help figuring out your purpose. So we have the result, we have the purpose. Now we just got to figure out a time and a tactic the how of completing the goal to actually chip away at it. I'm going to literally read this sucker for 15 minutes after I get off this show. And then I'm going to have some coffee. And then I'm going to go ahead and get to work. I genuinely enjoy reading, thankfully. And maybe it's just a habit built over time because I used to hate it. And now I absolutely love it. And I think that's because I'm starting to get the benefits of it. And reading's a lot along the sides of delayed gratification in your being astute, diplomatic, being very sharp with what it is. And that stuff takes time. You got to read. I mean, I've read well over 100 books now, but you need to just sit down, chip away at it. And when you're an old man and you're looking back, would you rather look at a library case and all the information you got and all the help with decision making you had along the way, your ability to have empathy and wisdom and focus towards the things you want in life? Or would you look back and be like, yeah, I'm glad I played video games. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. I think quitting video games is probably one of the best ideas, especially for, I know dudes have a lot harder time than that with my female clients. However, maybe it can be replaced. When it's all said and done, let's try and reduce the regrets. Let's make sure that we're focusing on the things we actually give a shit about. And let's make sure we have the energy to support that and back that up. So if you want to be more focused for your relationships, for the people who care most about you, on your career, and you just need more energy to help support that focus because of all of the other things, and it's a big game of distractions, or you need to put together that anti-regret plan. So when you're an old man looking back at your life, you're like, hell yeah, I kicked the shit out of that. That felt really good. I'm at peace. I feel good. But you need to make sure that the relationship with you is good, is strong. So we're here to help with that. If you're interested in looking into a coaching session one-on-one, you can always go to talktotanner.com if you're just joining us. But we're over the half hour. I apologize. We had a little bit of a slip up. We missed a couple minutes going back dealing with internet connections. It was cold as hell in this office this morning because I left the windows open. Nothing like a Monday. So let me ask you, what's your excuse? Why are you sleeping in? Why are you not getting up? Why are you not tackling the books? Why are you not journaling it? I just want to know. If you're not willing to do something, if you want to do something and you keep not doing it, at least sit down and try and figure out why you're not doing it. Something's getting in the way. And it might just be you. And there might just need to be a nice reframing, a nice resetting to what it is we do want to get done and accomplish. Maybe the tactics are off. Maybe our values don't match those tactics and we feel out of alignment. Maybe we feel slimy on sales calls. So we got to figure out a way to do automated messages and automated emails to make sure we're getting out to enough clients so we can try and sell. For my situation, get more coaching clients, yada, yada. Either or. I'm here to help in any way I can. The morning life coach, getting you up, getting you off to the right start, making sure you're getting your shit done and you're feeling good about it so you can help others. Thanks so much. Change ourselves to change the world. We're rocking and rolling. Tomorrow morning, you will be able to find me live again back here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Thanks all for people tuning in and watching today. Again, we will be back at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time every weekday until we impact 100 million people, reach our goals, impact people's lives, and keep making a difference. So if you're sleeping, it's time to get up. Monday morning, yes, sir. We've been wanting to do this project. We said we've been doing it, and now we are going to make promises to ourselves that we will keep. We're not going to lie to ourselves anymore. I said I was going to do this, damn it. In life, sometimes you got to sprint a little bit. And I'm here. We're here to make sure that goes right. We have community support. Let's get it done. Thanks again. 5 a.m. tomorrow, April 26th, Tuesday morning back here. Check it out. Or if you haven't already, like and subscribe. If you got any value out of this content, leave a comment on some of the key takeaways. It really helps support the growth of the channel because we're doing this for the long haul. You'll be seeing me back next Monday. You'll be seeing me back every weekday morning here for a while. I have full intentions of crushing it, doing it until we make some real impacts. Again, thank you so much. You can always check out more free coaching sessions at talktotanner.com. For other tips and tricks, you can go review old content over at Talk to Tanner on YouTube, here, Facebook. Thanks so much. Please, everyone, let's get it. Monday morning on top of it. Tomorrow, 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, cheers.